Ben Cropp likes to think of the ocean as the great humbler.
I've sat with Murdoch and had a beer at the back of the boat. But you try and see Murdoch in the reel, you wouldn't get there. You wouldn't get to him. But out on the reef, we're both equals.
The explorer and documentary filmmaker is listed alongside underwater film legends Jacques Cousteau and Hans Haas in the International Scuba Diving Hall of Fame. His films and photos known around the world.
This one, that's taken 3 feet away, 1 metre, and that would be my biggest selling photo. That has been on the front of so many magazines, including Time magazine. I don't look for pretty pictures, I look for stories.
He also lays claim to over 100 shipwreck discoveries, including the HMS Pandora, which was wrecked while bringing back the mutineers of the Bounty in 1791.
Not much else you can discover, but you can discover shipwrecks because even though I've found over 100, there's still another 1,000.
Cropp's love affair with the ocean dates back as far as he can remember, quickly rising to the top of the ranks in spearfishing as a teen.
So I learned to make my own spear guns, my own mask. So it was a very primitive start.
But it was when he started looking for ways to turn that passion into profit that his life underwater found new depths, teaming up with fellow spearfisherman Ron Taylor to co-produce their first film. The documentary was far from the passive observer of sharks Cropp would later win an Order of Australia medal for. Instead, he was killing them.
People had this love-hate about sharks, and anything sharks was front page. The average person thought the only good shark was a dead shark.
It was during the macho shark hunting craze of the 60s that the grey nurse shark was nearly hunted to extinction. But for Cropp, the desire to kill sharks didn't last long.
1964, I met this monstrous whale shark, 10, 11 metres long, and I swam with it, sat on its back, and so forth. And when I took the photos to the press, it was absolute front page around the world. And it changed my attitude. I thought, I'm better off filming sharks, not killing them. And that was when I changed and started to become a conservationist.
At the centre of much of his life and his films is a place that's known as much for its beauty as its mystery, the Great Barrier Reef. To Cropp, it's a wonderland rich with stories, unlike anything else in the world.
And my wife wants to go to Dubai, and I go, no. It doesn't appeal to me, big tall buildings, the absolute luxury and so forth. It doesn't appeal to me. I would rather go out on the reef. You see, because when I go to the reef, it's not going to be the same as what I saw yesterday. And even if you go under with all the worries, business or whatever, it disappears underwater. That's the beauty of it, because there's so much activity going on that takes your attention away from any problems you had on land.
Even in retirement, it seems, the mysteries of the deep ocean have cast a spell on Cropp that's impossible to give up. For the last 12 years, he's been looking for evidence someone beat James Cook to Australia's east coast. Evidence he believes exists. For a man of adventure like Cropp, there's no doubt that if it's out there, there'll be no stopping him from finding it. Tyne Logan, ABC News.